Boots on the ground, putting it down. Get up, get up. I got something to tell you. I don't think they want you to know, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Special researcher Mickey D. I host The Scoop, the Stock Scoop, where our baby knockouts knock out the competition, ladies and gentlemen. It's the only show you'll see on YouTube where 10x is a failure. A failure? 10x is bad? Thank you for joining me, ladies and gentlemen. The Scoop is for your education, your entertainment, your information only. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. I'm an author. I'm a researcher. I put it in black and white so you have it for days, weeks, months, and years to come. Is uranium back? We'll take a look here. It's back on CNBC. It's back on Bloomberg. It's back on all the financial channels. Uranium again after one day? One day of volatility? One day? We'll see. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen. What about Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin back? Are baby knockouts knocking out the competition? Wow. What about cannabis? We'll take a look at some of these plays here in a second, ladies and gentlemen. Cannabis, there's only one play in cannabis that you'll need. Well, Mickey D, didn't you say that 5 years ago? And isn't that stock up over thousands of percent now with dividends, dozens of thousands of percent? Yes, it is. I'll tell you about that stock here in a second. Here, we'll take a look at it. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I'm going through a little rough patch, in our life. We all go through the ups and downs of life, but my personal problems are not yours. So I thank you for your thoughts and your prayers and all for me, ladies and gentlemen, and for my family. Love you guys. We're a small knit group of people, and we really look out for one another, and we have one another's back. And that's what I love about all of you throughout the years, because we've been around for a long time here. A lot of you, you get the Baby Knockout newsletter, which is out right now. We focus on enterprise values is the focus of this. And you'll see, guys, there's in all of our sectors, there's some gold, silver, baby knockouts that we expect, at least, well, the book says 1,000%, but that's a minimum for some of these, ladies and gentlemen. Cannabis, lithium, you'll see, you'll get a chance. When you look at these areas and you look at some of these enterprise values, if that's the metric that you like using, you will see that there are some bargains there for you at this particular time, ladies and gentlemen. But of course, we use we use other indicators. We use other metrics to determine if these baby knockouts have the ability to knock out the competition and be number one in that sector or number one in that area. And we've been successful doing this ever since the .coms. But ladies and gentlemen, past performance is not indicative of future performance. So just because we pick a stock and it goes up over 70,000%, that doesn't mean I'm going to be able to do it again. That doesn't mean our research team is going to be able to come up with something like that again. Just because we've done it a few times, well, I'm being modest. But anyway, we do it quite often, ladies and gentlemen, especially when we get sectors like right now. Gold and silver are primed and ready. Our baby knockout. If you don't get the baby knockout newsletter, you're doing yourself an injustice, ladies and gentlemen. Those stocks in the newsletter are primed and ready. One in our new trade this year is expanding, and it's going to be we think it's going to be a knockout here. We were in before all the big wigs were in, and we're glad to see all of them joining us now in this stock. And I like it like that. Don't get it twisted. We like to do our research, and then we like the big guns to follow us. And they've been doing that through the years, and they come to me, I'm at a conference or something, whisper in my ear, Mickey D, keep, we got your newsletter. Blah, blah. We advise some of the top people out there. I'm just saying. I'm not, don't get it twisted now. I'm not, I'm not the big guns out there. They like what we do, and we like what they do. So. Well, enough of that. You guys take my confidence as being braggadocious. It's not bragging or anything. We just pick good stocks. That's all we do. So anyway, If you don't get a copy of the Baby Knockout newsletter, you can get a copy of the Baby Knockout newsletter by just going to any video, emailing us. If we don't get back with you right away, email us again, and then again, and again. Once you get on the list, you're pretty much cemented on there at that particular price, which is $99 for that info. Guys, this is institutional research that you're getting. $99. I'm paying it back because guys like Doug Casey back in the day, guys like the late James Dines back in the day, Wayne Brantlin, these are guys that, I feel they paid it forward to me by charging me $29 for their information back in the day. Of course, that information now is probably thousands and thousands, but I'm just paying it forward. So our research might be whatever. Let's get to what we came here for, ladies and gentlemen. We have some very, very good information for you. Let's take a look at some of the charts. Let's see what happened this week. Let's see what this Fed speak is all about. Let's see why the uranium stocks at the end of the week blasted off. Let's take a look. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to these videos. You'd help the algorithm and you'd really help the show. Ladies and gentlemen, why did uranium stocks jump? Why was CNBC, Bloomberg, and everybody else talking about uranium stocks at the end of the week? Because the world's largest uranium producer slashes production target. They slashed this, they're threatening a possible squeeze of the radioactive fuel. There could be a squeeze. The squeeze upper was alive and well, ladies and gentlemen. There could be a squeeze. But what happened is they're looking at 17% cut there. They missed quite a few. Uranium Insider, Justin Hume. Justin was on this. He was all on it. He said a year ago they would miss. Well, where he was wrong is he said they'd miss by a country mile. Justin, you were wrong. They missed by 5 country miles. They missed. But he gave us the insight on that early, that things were not copacetic over there. As we know, Kazatomprom, your favorite uranium producer over there, is going to turn into a joke, in my opinion. I've been saying that for the last 10 years, but they may. Let's take a look at some of the individual stocks. Justin knows I'm kidding. Shout out to you, Just, on that call on that Kazatomprom missing their production targets. You've been on it all the time, dude. Look at some of our individual stocks. Look at UEC, Uranium Energy Corp. All we did was I told you we were going to bounce off this 200-day moving average. The 200-day is what we've been doing like probably the last couple years, bouncing off this 200-day here. We bounced here, and I don't know if we want to call it a capitulation bottom here as I called it on a video, but it is what it is. It's headed back up right now. We had a strong end of the week, so we'll see if we get some follow through in the next week on UEC. Baby Knockout Denison Mines also 200-day boom bounce up. Let's just hope this is a real true bounce here. We get to all-time highs, ladies and gentlemen. The majority of the charts are looking the same, ladies and gentlemen. As you take a look at Next Gen here, it is also, look at the 200-day. It's acted as major resistance here on a lot of these, major support on a lot of these stocks. The 200-day has been support, and it's bounced off that 200-day and gone on its merry way. Quite a few of these baby knockouts. Let's do a couple more. Encore Energy, this baby knockout, as you can see right here, 200-day, long-term 200-day moving average is acting as great support for these stocks. And we should see a possible follow-through weeks, days and weeks and months to come. Baby knockout UR Energy was a little weaker than some of the other baby knockouts, but it seems to have gotten its footing and we're headed back up. These stocks are in no means out of the woods, ladies and gentlemen. We still need some follow through on our uranium baby knockouts. Let's segue. Let's go over to let's look at cannabis, and then we'll look at Bitcoin, and we'll look at everything. Let's look at cannabis real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been waiting for legislation now for 10 years for cannabis here. We've gotten, Ohio is on board now, big numbers in Ohio as they have gone recreational adult use. Florida is on the ballot. We'll see how that goes. There are other states that are expanding, but the big kahuna there out there is Florida, and we'll see how that goes. And depending on who wins the election, whether they're going to go with cannabis or not, it's whichever way the wind's blowing. That's which way the politicians are going to go. We all know that. They'll say anything. They're doing anything. Conventions and what have you. It's all a comedy, guys. It's a comedy show. So we'll see. It's vote for whatever you want to vote for, whoever. CGC, Cannabis growth, ladies and gentlemen, it's still short term. These stocks these charts do look pretty ugly. A little sideways trading here. I do believe that at the end of the year, if we get something good, the election out of Florida, that's going to be the next catalyst, I believe, for this stuff. I don't think. They may prove me wrong, but I don't think these guys in Washington can get anything done. We're not necessarily playing old baby knockouts like we did in 2016, 17, 18, the run up to Canada legalization, but it is another one, Aurora Cannabis. It's showing some life, ladies and gentlemen, but as far as I'm concerned, these stocks are kind of bombed out a little bit. Our new stocks in the Baby Knockout newsletter, that's where you really want to be when it comes to this cannabis trade. Let's segue, ladies and gentlemen, over to gold and silver. Powell at Jackson Hole, the time has come for the Fed to soon begin reducing interest rates. Now, we know when interest rates go down, our thesis was that silver and gold would catch a bid and they will go up. Okay, they've been going up for a minute, ladies and gentlemen. We've been in our baby knockouts for a minute. A lot of them were under a quarter. They're going up over a quarter. A lot of them were under 50 cents. They're going up over $1. Ones that were under $1 are going up over $3 now. I'm not going to show those because they're in the Baby Knockout newsletter. But let me show you something that maybe in one of the books or something. I'll do things like that, ladies and gentlemen. One of the junior silver mining stocks ready to explode, possible 1,000% gains is out there. You definitely want to get a copy of that. We're thinking Powell might be like Greenspan back in the day. Quarter percent. We'll see, ladies and gentlemen, like quarter. One of the stocks, silver stocks, one of our baby knockouts in junior silver mining stocks ready to explode, possible 1,000% gains. Discovery Silver, DSVSF on the over-the-counter. This baby has been smacked down. Now, it was smacked down because there was news out of Mexico that they may ban, this process they're going through to ban open pit mining in Mexico is moving forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't believe it'll happen. I don't believe the government can get it done. Just like a lot of things in the U.S., if they get it done, it's going to take a long time. Mexico produces almost a quarter, 25% of the world's silver. They're a big time silver state. So Discovery Silver has hundreds, ladies and gentlemen, has hundreds of millions of ounces of silver. So they've got the minerals. They've got, I can't believe that they would squash this project alone, let alone all the others, and not give them a permit so they could do their thing. But I think the stock right now at these levels, 46 cents USD, I believe that it offers some value to you. It's one to take a look at as you take a look at your junior silver mining stocks ready to explode, possible 1,000% gains. That book is on Amazon.com. Make sure you get a copy of it. It lists some of these stocks in there in these areas, ladies and gentlemen. Discovery Silver is one that we do own, and it's one that we believe that it warrants a second look since they've been smashed down due to this information. Now, when this information comes out that, hey, they're not going to ban open pit mining in Mexico, then we have a lot of stocks that are a lot of baby knockouts that will explode, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of them. So we'll see. Another gold and silver baby knockout right out of the book, ladies and gentlemen. Invest in gold today without being cheated. That little book here, let me just show you. It's here on Amazon. You can get the audiobook, paperback book, or the ebook. You guys, this little book here has several baby knockouts in it, and this book was written. Let me show you here. Amazon.com, you can get it. If you look at a longer chart like a vino, gold and silver here, right out here, this book was written 4 years ago. This is 2020 stuff, guys. Because see, I get in this stuff early, and we do thorough research, and we look way ahead. And when these things drop to like a vino was like in the 20 cents, 30 cents area, and we came out with this information. And of course, we had a big pop to over a couple dollars, a little run up here. But we came back down, and we're at levels right now. You see, it's been riding up and down that 200-day moving average for the last couple of years. But we right now, we're in position. We're over the 200-day moving average, as you can see right over here. We're in position with the vino. We're bumping our head a little bit, but this baby knockout is in position to ride on up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see. That's like I said, that is one of the baby knockouts in Invest in Gold today without being cheated. That little book right there, as I told you when I wrote these books, I said that's going to pay for itself, ladies and gentlemen, for years and years to come, because you're going to be in the stocks that you need to be into. And there's plenty of baby knockouts in there, ladies and gentlemen. The other book I'm referencing that has junior silver mining stocks ready to explode and has a lot of baby knockouts in it, possible 1,000% gains, which I think was conservative in 2020 when I wrote this, because these things are starting to explode now, and now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. You definitely want to have this in your library. You definitely want to have some of those stocks on your watch list. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything. I'm not a licensed stockbroker, money manager, or financial advisor. But when you look at these stocks and you see what position they're in, and you see their deposits, and you see their management teams and stuff, what we did with our forward thinking, looking forward, looking ahead, because anybody can come on here and tell you, the stock is up 500%, over the last such and such days. No, we want to get in early before the herd gets in, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do here on with our baby knockouts. That's how we get down. Bitcoin's about 64K. What's going on with some of our baby knockouts in the Bitcoin world here? As you can see, we've got a short term here with Hive blockchain. It's one of our favorites. Last cycle, before the halvening, under 10 cents. We all cleaned up on Hive blockchain at the time. It's Hive Digital Technologies now. Still, Frank Holmes is doing an outstanding job with his crew. Bitcoin has corrected here. We may be headed back up. We had a good day to end the week. Big engulfing candles on some of our baby knockouts. The ones, of course, in the newsletter are doing best, but I will show you from our last halvening basically what happened, ladies and gentlemen. Bitcoin is very, very explosive, and these stocks can do very, very well. Baby knockout Riot Platforms, back in the day, Riot Blockchain, is trading sideways right now also. At these levels right now, I think Riot is going to go forward here, and it's going to be one of those stocks in this next Bitcoin bull run that I think will do well. At these levels, if you like them, you like them. Like I said, we like our new miners that are in the baby knockout newsletter, some of which are 200, 300% up already. We expect them to 10, 20, maybe even 30x, just like some of the ones did before the last halvening, when we cherry picked 6 to 9 months to up to 6 months before the halvening. That's the time to get in these things. You get in the good stocks, you sit there and you wait. That's what you do. Congratulations to some of you that were able to get into some of those stocks that were under $1 that are now over $10. So it's back. Well, a couple of those we have, but take a look at those in your baby knockout newsletter and follow up. Let's keep rolling here since we're on a roll. Let's rock and roll over to Lithium real quick. When you look at some of the in the newsletter, when you look at some of the enterprise values of the different stocks and the different sectors, uh, you really get a clear picture of which values, which stocks are you feel are overvalued and which are undervalued based on that one metric, ladies and gentlemen. You get a good idea. And lithium area right now is fairly cheap. When you look at a lot of these stocks, they're well under their key moving averages. You look at a company like Lithium Americas with their Thacker project in Nevada. That's going to be huge in the scheme of things. These guys have been trading sideways here now for a little while. They've actually been going just down and sideways. Some of those stocks are going to do very well, ladies and gentlemen, very, very well. So you kind of want to, tune up and get ready right now. We were involved with the last big run. I'll show you one of the stocks. Now, I've showed you Patriot Battery Metals enough. Let me show you Nevada Lithium Resources. Right now, it's on its back. It's going sideways. They have a big resource in Nevada. Is it time to accumulate at 8 cents USD? Nevada Lithium Resources, under its 200-day, it's under every important moving average, the key moving averages there. It's not doing virtually anything. Stand by and hold on to this, baby. This is going to be a nice hole for somebody. Look at Surge Battery Metals. This baby knockout. The chart looks the same as Nevada Lithium. They're going sideways, going down. They've been beaten down. NILIF on the over the counter. 25 cents, ladies and gentlemen. Is it time to start accumulating these lithium stocks? That's a decision you have to make. But I think you'll make the right decision here. With some of these stocks, ladies and gentlemen. Some of them have a lot of lithium. They're in great jurisdictions. They have good management. And let's just see where the ball goes. They're really cheap right now, in my opinion. If you look at the Baby Knockout newsletter, some of the enterprise values may interest you. Some of the other metrics may interest you. It's your shot. I can't tell you to buy, sell, or hold anything. I'm not a stockbroker, not a money manager, not a financial advisor. But I think some of these stocks you will really benefit in the long run. Long run, ladies and gentlemen, long run. Ladies and gentlemen, before we depart, I wanted to show you this cannabis stock that I had in Make Money Online with Cannabis Stocks, a book I wrote in 2018. I wanted to show you guys what this stock has done. And this stock has done phenomenal. It's done better than the tech stocks. And I documented that in one of my videos here a while back. But we got this stock real early, and the great Jim Cramer, Mad Money, he was the one that gave us credit for this because he caught it when it was like in his 80s or so, and we caught it way down as it was making its rise up to almost $300. The company was called Innovative Industrial Properties. They're like a cannabis REIT. And I boldly said when it was in its teens that this is the only uranium of the brain. This is the only cannabis stock that you will need, ladies and gentlemen. This is the only cannabis stock you will need throughout your career here. And look, is dividends. Look at it. Remember we had a party when we had the 15-cent dividend here back in June of 2017. We said we're going to go ahead and have a drink or so. Look at the dividends this thing is paid. Would you look at this? And they went from 15 cents to a quarter, 35 cents. You go up to 20 and 21. We're over $1, $1.24, $1.75. It's paying upwards now, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like during this next run, the dividend for each one of your shares will be over $2 a share. That's going to be phenomenal, ladies and gentlemen, on a quarterly basis. And you've just held on to this thing for just a short 5 years. And for some of you, it's a retirement plan here on weed. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me. Thank you once again for your support. Thank you for your well wishes here as I go through this rough time here. Like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know about these videos because we're going to hit it. We're coming out this second half. The next 5 months or so are going to be critical for a lot of these sectors, ladies and gentlemen. And we're gonna a left, right. We're gonna knock out the competition with our baby knockouts. We're gonna knock out the stock market. This is the foundation here, ladies and gentlemen, is good. You're going to see some really, really good stocks, good management. It never. Microsoft was a quarter once, 25 cents. And nobody wanted anything to do with it. Look at it now. Mind you, it's 40 something years later. But anyway, these stocks have, especially stuff we're looking at now in Bitcoin, stuff we're looking at in nuclear power is here. It's not going anywhere. Our uranium stocks are not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, there's going to be a lot of volatility. They're going to go up. They're going to go down. They're going to go up. They're going to go down. Cannabis, it depends on legislation. If we get legislation, it's going to happen in America, ladies and gentlemen. Never mind what's going on right now in other parts of the world, even though other parts of the world are catching and going past us when it comes to cannabis right now. The Fed chair has spoken. They're going to be a cycle of interest rate lowering. Our silver and our gold stocks will do very, very well. If any, just take a look at the ones I put out here on the video. Just look at them. Lithium is going to come back. It's going to come back. It's on its back right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to come back. If you want to keep on top of these stocks, get the Baby Knockout newsletter, MICFRA_loans at yahoo.com. Once again, MIC_loans at yahoo.com. And you will be able to keep up with all these baby knockouts. Until we meet again, love you. God bless you. Take care of you and your family. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the trading weeks to come, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.